Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we are looking at signal versus noise, and the reason it matters is simple. A market idea, an income idea, or an automation idea can look clear at first, but the first impression is often incomplete. The goal of this video is to slow the review down enough to separate useful evidence from noise, while still keeping the process easy to repeat. Start with market noise filtering. This is the main lens for the concept, because it gives the decision a structure before emotion takes over. Instead of asking whether a signal feels exciting, the review asks what changed, what stayed the same, and what evidence deserves attention. That small shift matters because it turns a random reaction into a more careful workflow. The second layer is entry timing signals. A single alert or headline is rarely enough by itself. It needs context around timing, strength, and repetition. When the same idea appears across more than one source, it becomes easier to judge. When it appears once and then disappears, the better answer may be to wait. This is where trading signal review helps, because the process can rank what looks useful and push weaker signals lower. A clean review also needs risk filter process. That means the steps should be visible, repeatable, and simple enough to run again tomorrow. If the process depends on guessing, it will break when the market gets faster. If it depends on a checklist, a dashboard, or a written routine, the decision becomes easier to audit. The point is not to remove judgment. The point is to give judgment better inputs. Then comes market structure notes. Every strong idea has a failure point, and that failure point should be named before the next step. Maybe the signal is too thin, maybe volatility is too wide, maybe attention is high, but quality is low. A useful workflow treats those warnings as information, not as an inconvenience. This is how volatility context map becomes practical instead of theoretical. The next part is signal confirmation checklist. This is where the concept becomes more useful for real review habits. Good analysis does not only ask what could happen if everything works, it also asks what could make the idea weaker, slower, or less repeatable. That keeps the process from becoming overconfident. It also makes the review easier to compare with older notes, because the same questions keep showing up. After that, connect the idea to decision timing rules. Timing is not only about being early, it is about knowing when the evidence is strong enough to care about and when the signal is still too messy. A patient process can miss some moves, but it also avoids chasing every small change. That trade-off is important because cleaner timing usually comes from better filtering, not from constant action. Finally, use price action context as the closing check. Before an idea gets more attention, ask whether the signal quality improved, whether the downside is visible, and whether the next step is small enough to review later. This keeps the whole process grounded. It also makes the idea easier to explain, because the logic is written down instead of hidden inside a feeling. So the takeaway from what noise versus signal means before any entry is not that one signal guarantees anything. The useful lesson is that better structure can make each decision calmer and easier to compare. When the workflow checks the evidence, filters the weak parts, and respects risk before scaling, the result is a cleaner process for AI, market research, passive income experiments, and crypto trading context.